Hey everybody! How's everybody's hump day? Just gonna wait a little bit, let some people get in the room, and I am going to get some of my paints going. So sorry for some silence if I stop talking for a minute. For those of you that watch it later, I was going to do a string pour tonight, and I changed my mind. Hi, Brenda. Just still getting my stuff together. Give some people some time to get in here. Hope you got you a beverage. We're going to be doing 2 pours tonight. I have a commissioned painting I'm going to do, and then we're going to do a bottle bottom pour. I was going to do a string pull, but I don't know, I wasn't feeling the string pull tonight. And so I thought I'd do a bottle bottom pour because it's something that most of you have around your house. So hopefully we'll get a few in here. And if not, if it ends up just being me and you, Brenda, then I'll get started because they can always watch it later. I'm a little nervous about this commissioned pour. Hi, Cindy. She originally wanted it just black and gray, and it needed to have some depth to it. So I've talked her into using just a little bit of white, and a couple of different shades of gray. So fingers crossed we get some dimension in this. I'm just not sure what we're going to get. Needless to say, as soon as we're done with it, we'll move over to the bottle bottom pour. And that's something most of you should have around the house and will be able to do. So, I am going to do a colander pour for this commissioned piece. And I've mixed my paints just a little different tonight. And I'm going to try this out. We're going to see how it goes. Basically, I've mixed my paint with a 50% Floetrol, 50% Elmer's glue mix. And I have my paint fairly thin. Remember, guys, too, you can swipe those comments away so that you can see everything I'm doing. You don't have to try to peer past them. I had someone message me and tell me they were having a hard time seeing it because of the comments. I said, well, just move them. So just shut those down if they're in your way, which I'm sure they are. Also, I may not see all of your questions, but I will go back when I'm done tonight and review all the comments, and I will respond. So please don't get irritated at me if I didn't see it. There's Joyce. Hello, Joyce. This is going to be fun. I am so nervous about this pour, though. I went ahead and did paint my canvas with kind of a granite gray. And then I'm going to lay down a base coat of black. I don't know. I'm just really nervous about this pour. I'm afraid there's not going to be enough depth to it. And for those of you that are going to do this or thinking about a commission pour, you definitely want to pick, you can go 2 colors, black and white work good, or white with anything, or black with anything, because you've got the contrast. But when you're going with black and gray, because the paint can tend to get a little bit muddy, you can lose it. You can lose your detail. So we're going to attempt to do this with a metallic silver, a granite gray, and then another gray that I've made a little lighter. And again, if you're just tuning in, I am doing my paints tonight with paint plus a 50% Floetrol and Elmer's glue mix. So hopefully we'll get a good pattern. I had someone contact me that wanted to commission a colander pour, like the one I did last week that Joyce got. And so I thought, whenever someone commissions a painting, I will always do it on the Wednesday night show, so that you can watch it be done. There is, I do have a PayPal link. I don't know if you can see it right here in front of my table. If anybody would like to donate, it does help me out. This stuff can get a little pricey, so if you can help me teach you, that'd be great. And you can also hit the Shop Now button on the top of my Facebook page there, and it will take you to my little online store, and you can purchase a size of painting there if you'd like to commission one, and you can also donate there if you so choose. Okay. You guys about ready to get going? Do you got your drink? Hi, Lindsay. Oh, you're the bomb, girl. I miss my lashes. I miss them a lot. I know. You're sunflower. I'm going to do a bottle bottom pour tonight. And I've got some other ideas for a sunflower pour. I could paint one, but I want to pour one. So I'm going to be doing some practicing on that. But I think the bottle pour is going to give us a really cool effect. And I think you're going to like that too, Jill. And that's something you can try at home too. I am going to be using kind of a variety of paints. I had some left over from a pour I did earlier today. Most of my paints are Liquitex Basics. And then I do use just some cheap paints, cheap acrylic paints. So don't be afraid to use those. Practice with just the paint and the Floetrol. Before you go spending a lot of money on paint mediums and lacquers and medium mixes and silicones and all those kind of things. Practice a few things first. Alright, we're going to do a colander pour tonight. First thing I want to do is mix up my paint. And I think I'm going to start, because I'm going to put a black base down also. I'm going to start with my kind of granite gray. And remember, you guys can swipe those comments out of the way. If you can't see what I'm doing here, I hope I've got enough paint. I'm just going to kind of layer them in the cup by pouring down the side. black. Throw in a little of our, I think I'll put white on top of that black, just a little bit. I'm really worried with this pour about not getting enough contrast. Because she wants it primarily gray and black. This is metallic silver. Throw some black on top of that. Your metallics are always going to be a bit thicker because of the mica that's in it. So pay close attention to that, because if they're too heavy, they're just going to sink right to the bottom. And it can just disappear is what can happen. So now I've got just a hair lighter gray I'm going to throw in here. A little bit more metallic silver. We're just going to go ahead and scrape the rest of this white out of here. Put a hair black on the top because I have it. Why waste it? My granite gray. And I keep a bucket under my table that's got water in it. I keep a 5-gallon bucket. When I've got my paints emptied, I just toss them in there. Acrylic paint, if it'll get wet right away, it's super easy to clean up. So I just try to reuse everything. If you'll use Dawn and a scrubby on your gloves, you can reuse your gloves. Try to decrease our footprint. Hi, Misty. Hi, John. Okay, I'm going to finish this cup off with a little bit of white. So nervous about this pour. I hope I get what I want. Good thing about it, it's just paint. If you don't get what you want, scrape it off. Alright, I'm just going to set this aside. I'm just going to lay down a base coat of black. Probably going to need a little bit more than that, but I'm going to start there anyway. I just want this paint to be able to travel nicely as it comes out of the colander. I'm going to get runoff when I'm all done, so I'm not real worried about the edges with this black. I have painted all the edges with the granite gray, so my edges are covered. A little gray on there. Put a little bit more on there. So make sure I have plenty. Again, guys, I know I'm looking down and painting. I may not see your questions. Please ask them anyway. I go back as soon as the video is over and I rewatch it and I watch all your comments and I try to make sure to answer them all. If I don't, hit me up. Private message me. And I apologize in advance if I do that. I try not to. Okay. Just got a little paper towel back here. It kind of helps keep things a little cleaner. I'm going to hit this with my torch. Just pop these bubbles a little bit. Okay, guys. I better drink some wine before I do this. I'm so stressed out about this one. And I shouldn't be, because it's just paint. Remember, I tell you that all the time. It's just paint. All right. Set your colander on there. I have found, you know what? I think I'm going to swap colanders. I'm going to swap them just because, I don't know if you can tell, but this one just has higher feet. So it allows for more movement of the paint underneath. I did this one the other day, and it turned out okay, but I didn't get at all what I was looking for. It actually turned out beautiful. I sold that painting, but it wasn't what I was going for. So, we'll see what this one does. All right, here's my cup. I am just going to start pouring in the center, as I did last week, if you happened to watch last week. And you should start to see it seep out. I just hope we get some definition with these dark colors. I just pour in a circle. Remember, at the very end, you don't want some funky drip, because it will leave a funky drip. So I like to go just as far as I possibly can. Pull it out. See what we get with that. That looks kind of muddy. We will see. Okay, you're just going to lift up. Let the paint finish dripping out. Still didn't get really the pattern I was hoping for there. I still think it's going to be gorgeous, but I was hoping it would hold its shape just a little bit better. That's probably the glue instead of the Liquitex pouring medium. I don't know. You just have to experiment. I've got it pretty cool in here, and it does react differently to the temperature. If it's hot, I have a hard time too. So we'll see what we get. This art is definitely not an art that comes out the way you have it pictured in your head ever. And every single piece is unique, which is what I also love. So, all right, we're going to start kind of moving this around and seeing what we get. I'm not seeing my metallics like I'd like to see. And they do have a tendency to fall. Always go back to center. Back to center. I'm almost wishing I had put a bit more black in this. We will see. It definitely does a lot of different things when it dries. I feel like it's a bit muddy. But that was my fear with this painting to start off with. I was really trying to go with a few lighter colors just because it's the contrast, you know, between the two, or bright colors, that really give you the crazy effects that are just so beautiful to look at. Because I just didn't get as much drama as I had hoped. I believe when this is done, though, we are going to be putting a Steelers logo on it. And I may end up... my block all nasty. I might end up even re-pouring over it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. It is beautiful, but it's just not the drama I was hoping for. I'll try to stretch this back. I got some cool stuff coming out in that corner. Just not getting the movement. I think we really should have gone more black. The cells and the layers, though, are just gorgeous. Remember, if you have a side that didn't get covered, use your drippings from that side. I'm not real worried about it covering all the corners because this is the way I want it to be poured. I would have liked a lot more definition in this. I may end up scraping it off later and re-pouring it. I don't know. We'll see once it sits. The layering is beautiful. I mean, you can catch the metallics in there, the different shades of gray. I just feel like there's the granite gray is kind of taking it over, which I don't really like. So who knows? I may end up pouring another one right on top of this and doing a layered design. I don't know. You'll have to watch the page and see what I do. If I end up re-pouring this or scraping it off. Because I'm apt to do either. I don't know. I might, for the heck of it, just try shaking a little sewing machine oil on this. I don't know. We'll see. It can do some cool things to the paint. See what it does. See if I like it. If I don't, I'll scrape it off and do it again. I don't think I'm going to be satisfied with her, but we will see. We'll see what happens. I'm hoping it will pull some of that color up from the underneath. We'll see what it does. It's very pretty. It's just too subtle, I think, for who's getting it. It's going to need more drama. Alright. Okay, well there's that. I'm not real excited about that yet. That's okay. You're going to do a lot of those. 'Cause they just don't. They just don't always turn out the way you want them to. I am anxious to see how it looks in a couple hours. If it makes it that long. I might scratch it right off there and do it again. It is doing some cool things. For sure. Alright, I'm going to slide my table down. Did anybody ask me anything? It did turn out pretty city. I wish you could see it up close better, but it's going to have to sit a bit before I move it. But it's for Melanie. So I think it's going to need some more drama. I'm pretty sure it's gonna. So I might just pour it again. I don't know. We're gonna switch the table down here though. Can you guys see that? Can you see it? Can you see it? Go ahead and stick my PayPal thing over there. Again, if anybody wants to donate, you can PayPal me. Oh man, I'm getting out of my paint. Or you can click the Shop Now button, and there's a donation place there, and there's also different size canvases if you want to commission a pour. I will do it for you on the show. Okay. Who all we got in here? Wendy. Hello, Wendy. So we got Brenda and Steve. Did you guys get you something to drink? Alright. I painted this earlier. Just the canvas and the edges. I've got a bunch of different colors, again, from a pour I did earlier today. So, depending on how this turns out, if you want to know, holler at me, and then I'll list them all. I may list them later, too, in the comments or something, but this is going to be a pop bottle bottom pour. I know you guys have these, the 2 liters around the house, or water bottles. I haven't ever used a water bottle. I'm thinking we could try if we wanted. If it's a mistake, learn from me. That's why I'm doing this. So we can learn together, and so you can learn. Anyway, I've got a couple of the larger ones, and I've got a couple of the smaller ones. So I thought it'd kind of be fun to kind of do a couple different sizes. I don't know. I hope I have enough room on this canvas. This canvas isn't quite as big as I'd like to do for this pour. But those are super expensive just to play. So, we'll go with the 16 by 20. Alright, basically, all my paints, I have mixed up these just a little under 50% Floetrol, the rest paint. I just want to give some of them a quick stir. I am going to throw down another layer of blue on the bottom. So again, that my paint has something to roll on, run over, however you want to say it. I am using this beautiful purple by Liquitex. And I love this, you guys. If you're at Hobby Lobby or Michael's, it's dioxazine purple, and I love it. It's very deep, very pretty. I also posted on my page earlier this week where you can go to Michael's and you can get 50% off, I think it was, and now they're running another one for 40% off one regular priced item. So if you're wanting to try like a lacquer pouring medium mix or something like that, go use that coupon. Because I think it's the 32 ounce, or is it the 16? I can't remember, of the pouring medium it's like $28. So if you could use that half off coupon, that'd be great. That would save you a little cash, or for the next time. Or if you decided you want to get some of the higher price paints, because they do totally give you, a different effect. They do have a lot more depth. They are creamier, which means their workability is better. You know, bottom line is you do get what you pay for. But I did not start out doing this even years ago in high school using expensive paint. So don't think you have to do that. I'm just trying to give some of these a bit of a stir because I actually mixed them up at about 3 o'clock today. I got the primary ones. I got a navy. I got jelly bean. I did a jelly bean pink with glitter. I put some glitter in it. It's super pretty. I've got a Caribbean blue. I've got teal or turquoise. I've got metallic, kind of a sea green. That is so pretty. So pretty. Very pretty. Again, your metallics are always a little thicker. I always keep a bottle of 10% Floetrol, the rest water. It takes very little. I'm talking a couple drips to thin your paint down. So don't go dumping a bunch of that in there, but always good to have that on hand to thin your paints down if they're a little thick. And again, you can get the Floetrol at your local paint store, hardware store maybe even too. It can be a little pricey, but it's not too bad. I typically try to get it by the gallon jug. Otherwise, it just seems like I run out too fast. Because, you know, you're basically using equal parts. So it goes rather quickly. Okay, I'm just going to move my little bottoms here. Sit them back here right now. And then I'm going to lay down a base coat of just my kind of cobalt blue. Since I know my background's going to be blue, I did a little other colors on it earlier. Then I did a blow dryer pour, and I splattered it with white, which doesn't matter because it's going to be covered up. But anyway, I just wanted to... These are also primed canvases, but I do like the effects that I get when I paint them. So, oh, must have put that in here. There it is. Figure out where I put that. And just a thin layer of the blue on there. You guys see this okay? You getting enough light? I know the canvas is dark, so it's probably not showing up as well as when I use white. Hi, Gracie. Looks like my husband's watching too. Alright, I hope this turns out. We may just have a completely disastrous evening. I don't know. And I haven't decided if I'm going to pour next week or the week after yet. Next week is my birthday. And I don't really know what we're going to be doing or how busy I'm going to be. So, I'm planning on it, but we will see. Okay. Hi, Misty. Alright, guys, I'm just going to sit the bottoms on here. I don't know. Just kind of randomly. I thought a little one over here off the corner would be good. We'll see. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to get your colors and you're just going to pour straight down the middle. I'm going to show you what is going to happen here. I'm going to start with this Caribbean blue. Start with my baby. Just going to pour straight in the middle. Let it run down those natural troughs. Okay, now I'm going to go with this is a really pretty color too. No, that was not it. Yeah, the medium magenta by Liquitex Basics. You guys need to tell me too what you'd like to see on our next pour. There's something special. Oh, I think I'm going to use my purple. I like pink and purple next to each other. Remember, this has my, I'll over-poured that. This has the Elmer's Glue and Floetrol mix, a 50-50 mix with 50% paint. So 25, 25, 50. I'm getting some really pretty kind of wispy effects in there that I like. Before I go navy, I think I'm going to go light pink. This is my Jelly Bean Pink with glitter. I really don't like the way it's pouring on the water bottle. I think if I could go back before the pour, I probably would have just done the two, but we'll see what it does. We might like it. Who knows? Go ahead and put just a little bit more over here. Got a little bit more of my really bright pink. Throw it on there. Not fun. It's just so fun and relaxing. Life is chaotic, you know? This is soothing. Crafting is soothing to me. Alright, now I'm going to use this metallic cobalt that I have. Oh, that's gorgeous. Now you can do these, and when you pour a couple layers, then you can turn your bottle bottom a quarter turn and then pour another series. That will give it a whole nother set of petals. You want your paint a bit thicker with that. I've had better luck with it being thicker for that. You may not. I don't know. It's always... Oh, I just dripped a paint into my pink, which I didn't want to do. But it's always kind of a trial and error. You don't really know how the paint's going to react. And each time you add different mediums, whether it be alcohol, silicone, glue, like we did today, you know, you'll get different response out of your paint. Temperature, again, like I said, will affect your paint. The bottle one, what I'm not liking about it is it just doesn't seem to have a big enough reservoir for me. And it could be the brand of the water bottle too. You know, so it's kind of going over the top of the bottle, which I'm not crazy about that. We'll see what it does when we pull the bottle off, but this is my metallic green. I love this color. Put a little bit of that on there. Okay. Now I've got this other green that I put just a little bit of regular glitter in. And I'm not going to put much of this because I don't want them to blend too much. And I want to go in with my navy for the center. And then I'm going to top that with white. And then we ought to be about done. Can you guys see this okay? Good. All my parts out of the way because I'm about to make a mess. This is my navy blue. Really like the contrast against the green. It's very pretty. Can you guys see it? What are you thinking so far? Like drippy mushroom flowers, right? They kind of do. They really kind of do. I'm interested to see how they're going to kind of run together and when I move them, if they're going to fall apart or, I don't know. We will see what it does. Now we're going to go in with just a little white. I always pre-mix my white in these squeezy bottles because I use so much of it. It's just easy, you know, to access it. And Michaels does run the Artist Loft white in the large bottle with a pump. I'm thinking it's a 32, what is it? It's 1 quart. And they run those a lot of times on sale, but they're typically run about $9.99. which is pretty reasonable. It's a lot of paint. I love to buy the white too, but if you go and you find the white on the shelf, better buy 3 or 4 because the white is always gone. Always. Okay, we'll finish off with a little of the background blue. I was going to just finish with white, but decided I needed to pull that background in a little bit more. Alright, let's let that run off there for a minute. We'll see what we get. That purple in basics is, oh, it is so beautiful. I can't wait till I can post close-ups of the paintings. Still not too happy with this one. I'm going to do something different with that, I think. I'm not sure what. I might strip it completely down and do a ring pour instead. Because I really think the definition she wants, I'm going to have to do something different with those colors. Because they're all so dark. I'm just simply trying to knock off some of the extra paint on these lids. Or bottoms. Put a little paint in the center there. And there's a splash of white in there. Alright, let me hit that with the torch. Pop a few bubbles. Alright, let's move this a little bit and see what happens. Now you can do them and leave a lot of negative space. And just do like one so it looks perfectly like a flower. That was not my goal here. But you can do a lot of different things with this when you decide to rotate your canvas. I really like that purple. I don't want to lose too much of my pink there. Wow. Now that is drama. Right there. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. I love that the purple kind of just stayed right here. I mean, the main part of the purple. Oh my God. What do you guys think of that? That's right. Why ain't you drinking? I'm drinking. Oh my God, it's so gorgeous. It's very trippy. The sides, oh my God. This just absolutely be beautiful. And I typically probably wouldn't go this crazy on color because that's my daughter, but not necessarily me. But I had used all those colors earlier today. So I wanted to use my paint up because I knew if I didn't get to pour this next week, that it would be sitting for a couple of weeks, and I didn't really want that. So we did it this way, and I knew you would really be able to see what the bottom of the bottle will do for you in regard to your effect. Now, if you do one in the center and you make sure you use an exceptional amount of paint, you got to use a lot of paint because you don't want to have to rotate it much. But if you do one in the middle, then you can take the end of a paintbrush and kind of draw lines up between those petals, and it just kind of draws all those colors up in between each section, and it's gorgeous. We'll end up doing one like that probably. But I wanted to do a couple so we could experiment, because that is the point for you guys. I want you to, dig around. Use sink strainers, use bottles, use anything you can find. Try it. Be the next inventor of something cool so I can try it. I don't know if you can see, but as I'm popping the bubbles, I'm getting white cells to spring up, which is kind of cool looking. This is very vibrant. It's beautiful. In the right place, this is gorgeous. I really do love it. It's so far out there for me. I really love it. A teenager's room or something, this would be just stunning. What do you guys think? Partridge Family theme song. Yes. Oh my God, so true. But isn't it beautiful? Do you think it's pretty? It is cool, isn't it, Cindy? That purple, oh, it's gorgeous. I'm going to have to come around and get the phone here in a second and bring you guys in for a bit of a closer look on all these, or both these. This is just, the up close is just absolutely stunning. And the metallics, they just laid so pretty right up next to that lighter green. It's a very cool piece. That one's going to take a special buyer. Definitely. Yes. Jackson thinks it looks like girly camo. Kinda does. It would, Misty. I agree. It is very dramatic. I'm going to come around and get that phone and bring you guys in for a little bit of a close-up here. I might make you a little nauseous while I move this camera. Sorry if I do. All right, let's see. Let me sit you guys down here and you can look at my light with a light bulb out for a second. I need to take my gloves off. I can't get my phone to work. Okay. All right. Can you see? Oh my gosh, it is so cool. I don't know if you can see, right there is a good good view of the metallic green that's just kind of lacing that lighter green. These are the little air bubbles that I popped up with the white behind. It's very cool. But this purple that I told you about by Liquitex Basics, oh my gosh. Anything I put it in, it just has so much depth. I think so too, Misty. It is like it has galaxies trapped in it. It is a very interesting piece. The way the color is laid out, it's very psychedelic, for sure. But man, is it gorgeous. The glue really held those layers, really kept it separate. So that's cool. You guys might want to try that. See, you got a few little cells that are trying to pop out here on this side. And they kind of try to bring the colors through. This is kind of a really cool spot on the edge. There's just so many neat sections in this. I love it. Okay, now I'm going to give you a peek, get out of the way of the light, of this one. I think I'm going to end up scraping this, you guys, because I just didn't get the drama that I want. And I know who this is going to, and this just ain't going to be good enough. So I'm going to have to do something different here. But it is very beautiful. It's just too subtle for my taste. See how the lighter grays and the darker grays, they just kind of muddied up a little bit more than I would have liked. So, I don't know. We'll do something about this one. It's always trial and error, though. So I hope you enjoyed it. Is there anyone that has any questions? Anything I can answer? Hi, Sandra. Let's see. Let me see if anybody had any questions. Partridge Family, that cracks me up. So true. So true. Yes, Brenda, we had talked about this gray and black one. It's essentially was supposed to be like a Steelers one, and then we were going to decal the front and put Steelers on it, but I feel there's still too much gray in this. But yeah, that was the idea. I just need more drama happening in and around where I'm going to put that decal. So I'll probably end up just scraping that off. But overall, I think both pours are gorgeous. Just one, not quite what I was looking for. The other, it's beautiful, but of course not anything I would be hanging in my own home. My teenager is no longer a teenager. But yes, it would be a beautiful focal piece in a bedroom. I agree. I very much agree. The canvas I did tonight, Cindy, was a 16. Was it a 16 by 20? 16 by 20. I think that's right. Yes, 16 by 20. The other one was an 18. I don't even remember what it was. It was the last big one I had, I think. Maybe this one is the 16 by 20. Yeah, 16 by 20. And then I think I did the 11.5 by 14 on the psychedelic one. Sorry, you would think I would know just by looking at them, but I'm a little googly-eyed from looking at this one, honestly. But oh my gosh, there is such beautiful stuff popping out. I'm going to flip it back around. I want to show you something. I don't know if you can see this because of my ring light. Let me see if I can't get that ring light out of the way. Okay. You see these really cool cells? Let me try to get a different angle. Oh, so pretty. And I got little crazy stuff just kind of starting to happen everywhere. And it will make some changes in the next couple of hours. Not a whole lot, but the paint will move a little bit. It's just very interesting. I love it. I love it. Anyway, I hope you guys had fun. I'm planning on pouring again next Wednesday. My birthday's on Monday. I don't really know what our week's going to be like. So if you don't see me Wednesday, I'll be right back on track the following Wednesday. And I will send out notices. And again, if you feel like donating for the classes, please hit my Shop Now button. And then you can go on there. You can also commission a painting. And you can donate right there. And also, I've got the PayPal link. And if you would like that, because you didn't see it earlier, just shoot me a private message. I'd be happy to give that to you. And so, yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys again next week. Hopefully next week. If not, it'll be 2 weeks. But I will probably have separation anxiety from my paints. So, you'll hopefully be seeing me soon. I really appreciate you guys tuning in and watching. This is how I'm trying to make a living. So, I appreciate the support. I hope you guys have a great hump day. Finish your glass of wine and go get inspired. Love ya.